22 7B190 Displacement Vector Field Quantum Transport Speed Wow Seti. There's the alien radial signal. And this is alien RMAP velocity, displacement vector field, and planetary orbits for UFO engine space travel algorithms. Line 22 WOW data keyword research. So line 22 7B189 Pairwise forces alien math R velocity orbit space travel algorithms WOW Seti. January 22nd, 2014. My thoughts from the previous video continues. The first thing I think of is cutting across the Earth's planetary orbits. You know, we have to fly around the planets to get into orbit. I believe this alien math equation is going to show us how to cut across those using white or black holes in the universe and whatever methods it teaches us to do. Let's look at what U equals, the displacement vector field. Quotes and diagrams are from wiki. A displacement is the shortest distance from the initial to the final position of a point P. Thus it is the length of an imaginary straight path, typically distinct from the path actually traveled by PA. Displacement vector represents the length and direction of that imaginary straight path. A position vector expresses the position of a point P in space in terms of a displacement from an arbitrary reference point O, typically the origin of a coordinate system. Namely, it indicates both the distance and direction of an imaginary motion along a straight line from the reference position to the actual position of the point. A displacement may be also described as a relative position, the final position of a point RF relative to its final position RI. And a displacement vector can be mathematically defined as the difference between the final and initial position vectors. S equals RF minus RI equals the triangle R. In considering motions of objects over time, the instantaneous velocity of the object is the rate of change of the displacement as a function of time. The velocity then is distinct from the instantaneous speed, which is the time rate of change of the distance traveled along a specific path. The velocity may be equivalently defined as the time rate of change of the position vector. If one considers a moving initial position or the equivalently a moving origin, example an initial position origin which is fixed to a train wagon, which in turn moves with respect to its rail track. The velocity of P, example a point representing the position of a passenger walking on the train, may be referred to as a relative velocity, as opposed to an absolute velocity which is computed with respect to a point which is considered to be fixed in space, such as, for instance, a point fixed on the floor of the train station. For motion over a given interval of time, the displacement divided by the length of the time interval defines the average velocity. Note that the average velocity as a vector differs from the average speed, that is, the ratio of the path length, a scalar, and the time interval. And here's the diagram again, showing displacements with distance and path taken. Displacement versus distance traveled along a path, and the data will continue in the next video. Thank you for watching.